My boyfriend's sister moved into my house and ruined everything. Reddit story. Have you ever let someone move into your house, only to realize they were destroying not just your home, but also your entire relationship? That's exactly what happened to me when my boyfriend's sister moved in. She turned my life upside down, and in the end, I had to make the hardest decision of my life.
Part 1: When it all began. I never thought my life would turn into a nightmare because of an 18-year-old girl. But here we are. I'm 25, female, and I've been with my boyfriend Tom, 27, for 3 years. Things were going well. He moved into my house last year. Yes, my house. I inherited it from my grandparents, and it's fully paid off. Tom contributes to bills, but the deed is in my name. Life was stable. Then came Christmas. His parents announced they were selling their family home. They wanted to downsize, cash out, and go on a 6-month cruise around the world. I thought, fine. Their life, their money, their decision. But they had a problem. Their youngest daughter, Emma. She had just turned 18. She was supposed to move into university housing in September, but that was still months away. So, without asking me, Tom promised Emma could live with us. I was furious. I didn't want Emma in my house. She was immature, spoiled, and had never worked a day in her life. But Tom pleaded. She's family, he said. It's just temporary. She'll be gone in September. Against my better judgment, I gave in. That was February. And since then, my life has been hell. Part 2: Life with Emma. We had 3 bedrooms. One was ours, one was my home office, and one was a gym Tom and I shared. The first thing Emma did when she arrived? She moved into the gym, pushed all our equipment into storage, and claimed it as hers. Then the chaos began. Emma went out every night, stumbling home drunk at 3 in the morning, dragging equally drunk friends inside, waking my dogs, banging doors, giggling, vomiting in the bathroom. She lost 6 sets of house keys in just a few months, forcing me to change the locks twice. She stole from me constantly. My skincare, hair products, perfume, even clothes. I had to buy a lockbox just to keep my toiletries safe. She refused to eat meals I cooked. Even if I made exactly what she asked for, she'd wrinkle her nose and demand takeaway instead. She never offered to pay. She never washed dishes. She never contributed anything. When I asked her to help with basic chores, she shrugged. I'm busy. Busy doing what? She didn't have a job. Tom always defended her. She's just young. She'll grow out of it. It's only until September. But the final straw came one weekend when Tom, the dogs, and I went away. I didn't want to leave Emma alone, but Tom insisted. It'll give her some independence. She'll prove she's responsible. Wrong. We came back Sunday night to a trashed house. Emma had thrown a massive party. 30 or more teenagers had been there. The living room was littered with bottles and cans, rugs stained, both bathrooms wrecked. My kitchen was unrecognizable. Emma was passed out in her room, hungover, door locked. Tom shook her awake. She mumbled an apology and went back to sleep. I stayed up half the night scrubbing. The mess was so bad I had to hire a professional cleaner the next day. I was done. Part 3: Discovering the secret. I told Tom I couldn't take it anymore. Emma needed to leave. He refused. She's my sister. She has nowhere else to go. We can't just kick her out. But then came the twist. I got on a video call with Tom's parents, who were happily cruising in the Mediterranean. I explained the situation, begging them to cut their trip short or find another arrangement for Emma. Their mom frowned. But we've been sending Emma money for expenses. £700 every month. I blinked. What money? Emma doesn't give us anything. She looked stunned. We assumed she was giving it to you. That's what it was for. rent, food, bills. £700 a month. Since February. That meant Emma had pocketed over £4,000, or Tom had taken it. I confronted Tom. He admitted he knew about it but claimed he let Emma keep the money to teach her responsibility. Responsibility? She was blowing it all on booze and clothes. His parents were furious. They wired me £4,200 immediately, apologizing for the mess. But that wasn't enough. I told them flatly, Emma can't stay here anymore. I won't do it. Part 4, The Relationship Cracks. The more I thought about it, the more I realized Tom wasn't on my side at all. He never stood up for me. He excused Emma's behavior. He let her steal from me, disrespect me, ruin my home. And all the while, he hid the money. I had a brutal wake-up call. Tom wasn't the man I thought I'd spend my life with. I sat him down and told him I needed space. Emma would go live with her aunt, and Tom could go with her. I needed them both gone. Emma whined, claiming she wanted to bond with me, that she saw me as a new sister. I snapped. If this is how you treat siblings, no wonder your real sister doesn't want you. It was harsh, but it was true. Emma's aunt eventually picked her up, with Tom tagging along. Suddenly, for the first time in months, my house was mine again. Quiet. Clean. Safe. And I realized how much I had lost myself trying to tolerate their chaos. Part 5, The Breakup. A week later, Tom returned, ready to talk things through. He insisted Emma would be gone soon, that things could go back to normal. But I was already past the point of no return. I told him, I can't do this anymore. You chose Emma over me. Repeatedly. You let her destroy my home and our relationship. You're not the person I want to build a life with. He begged. He promised he would change. He said we could rebuild trust. But trust wasn't something you could just glue back together after it's been shattered. I ended it. Tom moved his things out slowly over the next week. Friends let him crash on their couches. I didn't care anymore. When the locks clicked shut behind him for the final time, I felt lighter than I had in months. Part 6, Moving On. Emma stayed with her aunt until her parents returned from their cruise. They weren't thrilled with her behavior, but frankly, she wasn't my problem anymore. The £4,200 they sent me covered the damage, the cleaning bills, and, my favorite part, a spa trip with my friends. For once, I put myself first. I changed the locks again. I rearranged the house. I reclaimed my office, my gym, my peace. And slowly, I realized something: Emma wasn't the only problem. Tom was. He showed me that he would never have my back. That he'd rather protect his sister than protect our relationship. So yes, the breakup hurt. I cried, I mourned the future I thought I had. But now? I feel free. My dogs are happy. My house is mine again. My life is mine again. Sometimes, you have to lose a boyfriend to gain back yourself. And trust me, it's worth it.